and it was recommended reading for the university. There are 4 schools using that book now. We got students talking about sickle cell anemia. The story was woven around a love story. So there's so much information they are getting without really meaning to. And recently we got the biggest home video producer interested, and now he wants to put the novel in the home video form. So we have more people talking about sickle cell anemia, reading about sickle cell anemia in an environment that is not academic.
Stories. And so what we did is we sat down with them, and over a period of months and months and months, we arrived at something, a project called Our Own Stories in Our Own Voices. And we had the National Prosecuting Authority plus UNICEF go to all of the 9 provinces in South Africa, all of the centers where they had, and choose 5 girls in each province that had a compelling story to tell. And then we took these 45 girls and we put them on a training course.
Talent with your footballers. I mean, I think actually, if it's important to get development stories out there, it's worth thinking about how they might be prepared to help tell some of those stories. Because, like it or not, your audiences at every sort of level, whether they're national, international, regional, local, most...
All right. Studying original plan is particularly mentioned water is...
And how many of you would be brave enough to put your hand up now and say, that's very interesting, but what is sickle cell anemia? And that's the stupid question I want reporters to ask. I don't want them to pretend that they know what people are talking about. I want them to ask people if they understand correctly what they're talking about. So when I say ask the stupid question, I mean ask the question that you think makes you look stupid. Because quite frankly, that's your job. You're supposed to be doing it on behalf of your reader or the listener.
How do you view water as an organization in South Africa?
Of the government, and is whitewashing, almost always is whitewashing a government which is not doing very much for the people, especially around election time. Perhaps the most effective real development journalism is done by people at the community radio level, wherever there are community radios, and many governments in...
You know, a slightly different angle to that. It's a critical issue, yes, but I think also try and bring in the other angle of maybe where you go and talk to school children when they are playing. You know, just people need to see that, so that when you say teachers are in check, I said, so what is going to happen to those kids? You know, like give a human face to the stories that we tell. Thank you.
Very good point about building audiences for these stories, creating an appetite. And I think the only way we build audiences and create an appetite is by telling stories, telling stories that are compelling. I mean, one of these stories the clip which we showed about the young girls